Apple Podcast Connect, which contains Apple's analytics service, has published new terms and conditions. Included is added specific wording forbidding you from importing your analytics information into any other service. That would appear to deliberately target companies like Chartable that pull in your Apple Podcast analytics data with that of Spotify and your own podcast host, so you've all your data in one place. Also, Spotify has tweaked its terms of service. They'll now immediately terminate your account if you're found to use ad blockers. Got to pay for Gimlet somehow. Chris Peterson, Exec Vice President for Podcasting at iHeartMedia, is leaving the company this week. All Access reports he's off to work with Liontree to build out a podcast called Kindredcast, a media and technology podcast. Docu-podcast Slow Burn is to be turned into a TV documentary series. Epics are focusing on the first season, covering Watergate and that nice Richard Nixon. TPX have written a 3-part series of blog posts on understanding podcast ad tech, analytics and measurement. It's good for debunking some issues around podcast analytics. The BBC has been working on an experimental podcast player that gives topic segmentation, transcripts, data charts, external links and sharing by topic or sentence. They're demonstrating it with a podcast about statistics. This comes off the back of Entail launching a new release last week. Voxnest's Francesco Bascieri says that the podcast industry is changing in an opinion piece for UK website Radio Today, pointing to Spotify's recent acquisitions. And Spotify themselves have signed Public Enemy's Chuck D to narrate Stay Free, the story of the Clash. It's being produced by the BBC. Well, BBC Studios, the corporation's commercial arm. In our newsletter and in our show notes, we mention 5 new podcasts: Deliver Us, Modern Adults, Unknown History, Voyage to the Stars, which launches tomorrow, starring Felicia Day, and BRB... possibly winning the prize for the shortest podcast name, hosted by Eleanor, who's off travelling but has no real plans. So it's up to you as to where she goes to eat, sleep and more.